Make sure that you place your hand on top of your brick and shake it down to the line. Trim your mortar. Repeat the process. Slush this up. That's what I call slushing. Only time I allow slushing to go on. Oh, missed something. Every 3 bricks. That's what you call your wheat ropes. There's a way you get this mortar out of this wheelbarrow too. You want to always have some suction up under there. Because if you do this all day long and it's pulling against you, then you get fatigued. All right, put my line up. Make sure it's on the point, right in the point. Now, you notice we dry bond the first course and the second course. Okay? What about the third? You don't need to dry bond your third course because your bond is established. Your third course is going to look just like your first course. So you start with the first course, got a whole brick, you start with a whole brick. See how you, what you call keeping your bond, staying on bond, you want all your head joints to line up. So you try to, this is the third brick. I try to line that third brick up with this brick to make sure your head joints are lined up, what you call staying on bond. Now if you want to teach yourself how to teach yourself, there's some things you need to know. And one of them is when your brick is laid correct and when it's not laid correct. I want to demonstrate rolling a brick. See, when you roll a brick, most guys when they roll the brick, they'll start off leaning the brick like this instead of laying the brick sitting up straight like this. This is the correct way. This is the incorrect way, but you want to end up rolling your brick. Okay? Now, you notice Even though when this brick is down to the line, I trim the mortar. Now when you trim your mortar, you're going to look at the face of your wall. You're going to see what the face of your brick is doing. So I'm looking at this, even though my brick is laid to the line, but it's sticking out from the wall, and you got a lip. And that's a no-no. So how do I correct that? The only way I can correct that, I take the brick up and lay some mortar on here. And then lay it up straight, sitting up straight. Trim my mortar and see what face of my brick is done. So this teach you how to read your brick. See, now I'm gonna teach you how to. We talk about rolling a brick, then we're gonna talk about hacking a brick. So you're hacking, you're doing just the opposite. You're laying your brick to your line, but it's going in from the face of your wall. See, it's going in at the bottom. Even though it's laid to the line, but it's not faced. What I mean, what bricklayers mean by the brick being faced is your brick are laid sitting up straight, where your wall can be smooth. See, your wall be smooth. So how do I correct this? Well, I can do it, I can put some pressure on the back side of my hand. Press it down and bring it over to me. Then I trim and see what it's doing. See how smooth it is? So we correct that without taking the brick up. So to avoid that, to avoid those mistakes, what you want to do, you want to practice laying your bricks, start approaching your wall with your bricks sitting up straight. Not leaning like that, not leaning like that, but sitting up straight, and you form your head joint. Let your brick rest on your bed joint. Place your hand on top of your brick and shake it down to the line. See, now when you trim your mortar, you're not just trimming your mortar just to be trimming. You are trimming your mortar to look at the face of your wall. When you look at the face of your wall, you can pretty much tell what your brick is doing. If your brick is in from the face of your wall, and then you know that it's high on the back side. If it's sticking out on the front of your face of your wall, you know it's low over here. So you have to make the correction. How you can make your correction? Look, one, when you're laying it high on the back side, put pressure on the back of your hand. And also observe being laid to the line. Because the object is to lay all your bricks to the line. Not above the line, not below the line, and not touching the line. You will not touch your line when you let your brick touch your line. You always look down your wall and make sure that your brick are laid at least a 1/16 of an inch away from the line. If you can't think of a 1/16 of an inch, you can also you can see the thickness of the line. That's how far you lay your brick from your line, your thickness of your line. Form your head joint. Let your brick rest on your bed joint. Place your hand on top of your brick and shake it down to the line. Trim your mortar and look at your face of your wall. See how smooth it is. If it's not smooth, something wrong. That brick going down a little bit low right there. So what I do, I'll take it up, put some mortar on my trowel, Put it up under here, slide it up under that brick. Then push it down there. All right. All right. Okay, what we're doing, we're using a barrel joiner to strike the head joints. Now, you notice I'm using a term on it now, striking the joints. Or I could say, some areas they might say tool your joints. It's the same thing. Striking my head joints. I'm tooling my head joints, which is my vertical joint. I'm using a little short round joiner here to strike my bed joint. By the way, how you know when you're ready to be struck, you put your thumb print in there, and it's ready to be tooled. Now, when it's looking like this, see, when you brush it, you want to get the little flakes off. That's all you're trying to get off. Trying to get the flakes. Now, what I'm going to have to do, I have to wait and brush it because it won't stand a brushing now. It won't stand a brush, it's too wet. So I have to wait. And I'll brush it and then restrike it. Now this gets me set up. You can set this up. It's convenient in laying brick when you're laying off a table like this, and it's easy. Easy to get practice with this. See, all I'm trying to get off is the flakes. You trim that off and then you'll re-strike your joints. This collar joint here, strike it too. Got a cavity there. Cavity is simple enough but a hole. I'm on the back of